So, your friend wants to start watching anime, but doesn't know where to start. There's so much anime out there that it can be hard to even recommend a starter. But fear not, I have the answer. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood will solve your issue. So what is it that makes this a good starter series? I think the most important part to any series is subscribing to this channel. I know no one likes shilling, but as a small channel it's something I really have to do, since even 1 or 2 subscribers can make a huge difference. Any support would be appreciated, even if it's just the quick scroll and click to the subscribe button. Anyway, what I actually think is important, it's not the great characters or plot, although those do play a role. What makes Fullmetal Alchemist such a good starter anime is its accessibility. What I mean by accessibility is how easy it is to get a hold of and how easy it is to understand. Fullmetal Alchemist is available on a lot of mainstream platforms, such as Netflix and Hulu. This alone will make it way more accessible, as you won't have to create like a Funimation or Crunchyroll account to watch it without ads. Another factor that makes Fullmetal Alchemist more accessible is its great dub. In my experience, one of the hardest parts about convincing someone to watch anime is convincing them to read the subtitles. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is famous for having one of the best English dubs in existence, if not the best. And I think that's a great gateway to help pull your friends into the world of anime. Something else that will help make it more accessible to English-speaking and Western viewers is the culture that it's centered around. Fullmetal Alchemist is Eurocentric in nature, and because we learn so much about European culture in school, it is a culture a lot more Westerners are familiar with. This one isn't as important as the first two, but I have found that being familiar with the culture helps retain the viewer's attention a little bit better. This is where plot and characters come into play. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is an anime with very little filler and a pretty quick moving plot for the most part. The plot is fairly straightforward, but there are a good amount of twists along the way. And the world that the show is built in is phenomenal. There's a ton of lore, and it seems like the entire history has been thought out. It also includes a power system, which is very easy to understand. Alchemy is a pretty simple power system, so it's easier for new viewers to understand. It's a great introduction to how power systems work in anime, and it's not convoluted or overly complicated. Throughout the show, we're also introduced to a lot of common anime tropes and even a few different styles of comedy within anime. This is another reason why I think Fullmetal Alchemist is a great starter anime. It's a great introduction to common anime tropes while being accessible and while having a great plot. And on top of this, it also has a great fan base. Fullmetal Alchemist finished right at the beginning of the rise of social media, and as a result, the fanbase isn't all that big, which is honestly kind of another benefit. Obviously, it would be better if it had more fans because it deserves a lot more attention, but due to its smaller size, it's much less toxic than most anime fanbases. This makes it very easy to discuss the show with people after you've watched it, because you have to worry about toxic fans way less, and the fans that do exist are usually much more excited to actually talk about it. All in all, I think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is a phenomenal starter anime, and I don't think there are really any that compare. There are plenty of other anime that are good starter animes, but I don't think they're quite as good as Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think it really checks all the boxes in a way that no other show quite does. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps a lot, and you really have no reason not to, you know? It's not like it costs money, and it's not even like you have to watch my videos after you subscribe. That's all I've got for you this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next time.